Hey, I'm Laura. Just quickly, we here at GRITtv are proud to bring you independently produced content every day. Now it's your chance to help us. GRITtv has been offered a $100,000 challenge grant. Every dollar you give right now between now and June 30th is worth $3 to us. We've only got a few more weeks to meet the match. Will you help? You can donate at our website, GRITtv.org. Meanwhile, enjoy this clip. Need a place to reflect? Well, in his current installation titled No Man's Land at the Park Avenue Armory in New York City, French artist Christian Boltanski creates a pretty good space for reflection on just how much we humans actually value each other. Given all that's going on, it might be worth checking out if you're in or coming to the city. The show's on view through June 13th. GRITTV's Sarah Friedland stopped by to take a look.
Park Avenue Armory is a cultural organization dedicated to facilitating works of art that need a non-traditional space like our 55,000 square foot drill hall. This year's commission is by Christian Boltanski. Christian is, without doubt, the most important French living artist today. He works with very simple articles like clothing, biscuit boxes, neon lights. He explores issues of individuality and loss of individuality, of genocide, of man's inhumanity to man, and why that occurs through these very minimal objects. First, you walk in and there's a wall of biscuit tins that are greatly oxidized. Biscuit tins are vessels of memory for Europeans, but they're also associated with ashes. And these particular biscuit boxes on one of their sides are marked with numbers, which gives you that feeling of the sort of clericalness of genocide. Then there are squares with clothing laid out on them. The clothing is recognizable and they're in shapes, and they maybe are closer to people. And in each square there is a neon light which illuminates them, but also a single heartbeat. Then around the periphery of the room there's 3,000 heartbeats that are all beating almost sort of like a roar. So you both feel the mass of human heartbeat, but you also feel that individual heartbeat. In the middle of the room, there's a 5-story mountain of discarded clothes. There's a crane that comes down and picks the clothing up, and this represents for Christian fate. Why do I live and somebody else dies? How do those decisions get made, and how much power do we have to control that? Of course, no power at all. And this crane is particularly beautiful because it hovers like a little animal. Christian was born during the Vichy occupation in Paris in 1944. His father was Jewish, his mother was Christian, and his father hid under the floorboards of their apartment during the occupation to escape deportation. He was greatly influenced by this experience. His father told him that his neighbors could love him, but they could also kill him. So it made him reflect on the issues of what is it that can turn people who are close to you and with whom you have some rapport into the people that can lead to your deportation and death.
We spoke to the artist before the show went up, and he was talking about chance, the directions a life will take and why, and if there's like anything besides pure random chance behind that. Something I think about a lot. So
I think of taking clothing of family members to the Goodwill when they've passed away. The situation is so massive, it's so industrial that it flips that over, and I think that's where he's in a certain way trying to take me, I feel, is to go from that kind of subjectivity to this whole other area of industrial management of human life, clearly with a suggestion that that management has a fatal outcome.
I work for Bay Crane right here in the city, and I'm here lifting up clothes. I go up and down about 800 to 900 times a shift. Well, from what they told me, the grapple is supposed to be like God, and the clothes represent people. So when I come down, I'm grabbing people that are alive, and then when I go up, they're dead.
Christian, who's carrying the burden of this rather deep philosophical thesis that he has, is actually a very human, very jolly fellow. He loves life. He loves to eat. He loves to talk. He loves to meet people. He's the most congenial of all people. He said that every day we're fighting against God, and this is not a religious God, but it's sort of a metaphor for the universe. But every day we're fighting against God, and to fight is to be human. But then ultimately you lose. And so it's the daily fight that makes you a human.